notes here.
I'm ready, buddy.
Are we ready? Tell me when the button's been hit. I'll start refreshing.
Okay, the buttons have been hit.
All right. Fucking come on, Facebook. Catch up with the times. Here we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this week on the Reddit Report, we are talking about those crazy bitches and a few dumb dicks who have fallen in love with serial killers. With us this week, we have Over the Muffin Top Mystic, Old Man Dick Under the Bridge Oracle, Told You So Teddy, and Asshole of Sunshine Ashtray.
Fucking told you so.
Fucking told us so. Before we get into this topic, we need to do our weekly Pause for the Cause donation for the Dane County Humane Society. This week's pet is Bartholomew, the Ozempic addicted hippopotamus. He got his calf down south taken away by the city zoo for not paying his taxes. And he's trying to get his life together.
Not paying his taxes.
So,
What does Ozempic have to do with it?
yeah, does he weigh like fucking 50 pounds now or
Right.
what?
Yeah, no.
When you said that shit, I imagine like an anorexic hippo, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why. Sorry, Africa.
This hippo is anorexic. I didn't want to rub in the Ozempic
Man.
addiction. I was just more pointing out his white collar crime of not
You
paying his
mentioned
taxes.
Ozempic addiction, so I thought it was part of the whole thing.
Oh, it was. You know what? This person has multiple or this hippo has multiple problems.
Hey,
That's why.
that's why he's at the fucking Dane County Humane Society.
Right.
For all the unwanted pets in this nation, Dane County Humane Society is always there for them.
And
Leave
they,
it to the
and-
People's
And
Republic.
usually
Yeah.
they're the ones that they don't put on the Channel 3000 news.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Bartholomew's not going to get a promo on there.
yeah, they're definitely not exploiting those animals in any way,
Fucking
shape, or
no.
form.
Anymore.
He would maul fucking 8 people on that. Dude. They'd be like,
Oh, yeah. That's the
"Hey,
thing,
here's
though,
Bartholomew. Oh shit!"
Yeah. Still tries to crush him, but he's so skinny now. He just like maims him.
Yeah.
Your hips are so
Damn, I
pointy.
can't even kill humans anymore. What has happened to my life? All right. From Bartholomew, we are going to our main topic, which technically is called hybristophilia.
Wow, I've never heard that word before.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
I
you,
know.
too.
So it is a type of paraphilia, which I was like, what the fuck's technically a paraphilia? And I guess a paraphilia is kind of like it's a sexual arousal and attraction for something that's kind of like anything but a consenting partner. So
So like fucking corpses and shit.
yeah, like
That's a
necrophilia.
paraphilia?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
necrophilia.
Okay.
The I guess I didn't look up at all the different philias, but
Because there,
So-
I had to Google the. I didn't know what your term was for this topic, so I Googled it and I went through the philias, and there's a bunch of them, and they're weird.
oh, I bet.
Don't ever go down a rabbit hole. I can never forget.
Right. He's got too many philias.
I
that
feel
would
you,
probably
bro.
That'd be a red flag on the
No, I'm saying
Huffington Post. So basically, though, hybristophilia is a paraphilia involving sexual interest and attraction to those who commit crimes.
Okay.
And it's one of the rare ones. It's one of the rare paraphilias where there's actually more women than men.
Okay.
So I guess
Well, yeah, but that,
if
well,
you-
I don't. Think
Is that
that'd be
like all the
surprising because
wives?
it's a-
Prison wives, where they get married
Yeah,
and their
so
husband.
Yeah, right.
a pop culture term is either it's often known as the Bonnie and Clyde syndrome,
Yeah.
or prison groupies.
Gotcha.
But this, as far as a paraphilia goes, where it's just like, I bet you look up necrophilia, it's probably like 90% men who do that. 95, like,
absolutely.
you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to. It's a lot harder to
kinda
do
hard to
that
fuck
as a
that dick.
woman.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You gonna
Yeah.
fuck it with a strap on or some shit?
Yeah.
Well, you said it's more common with women than men, but I think because women are more women feel like they can more change a bad guy kind of thing.
Yeah, you're getting
Men don't think like that. So
Yeah.
Right.
exactly, and you're on to one of
he's
the
a bad boy. He robbed 20 banks and killed 15 people, but I can change him. I can bring him to Christ. Yeah, men don't think like that. So
and that is one of the reasons given. So it's kind of one of these subjects that is it has more just like anecdotal evidence than like large studies, but a few authors who've looked into it have cited studies that aren't necessarily just about this paraphilia, but basically it's like I said, more common in women than men. And it's like we've all read about these different serial killers who get fan mail, or if you've I remember the Ted Bundy Netflix documentary, and like they showed just how many
women thought he was hot,
women
yeah.
in their 20s who were packing the courthouse just to try to get a look from him.
yeah.
Dahmer too.
Really?
Yep,
Even though he was
Jeffrey
gay.
Dahmer. Exactly. That was one of those examples here. Like, so it's a less common, but a more aggressive form of the hybristophilia can occur in men for female serial killers. But that makes me wonder, is it less common only because there's less female serial killers?
Serial killers,
Right.
yeah.
So like I was saying, the causes, which are they know they're speculative because it's just kind of anecdotal research. There's that some who believe like I could change this man, even someone who's like as cruel and powerful as a serial killer, like I could change him. There are others who've reported that they could see like the little boy in that serial killer who wasn't loved properly. And they want to be the one who can care and nurture for him.
All they need is a mom and Jesus.
Oh,
I
wow.
can
Yep.
change him.
Yeah.
Change him.
There are also those who think that they basically want to ride the coattails of their popularity.
Yeah.
And some even have motivations of trying to get a book or movie deal.
Really?
Really?
Yep.
That's
So
weird.
so they go into it already knowing that fucking
Basically, yeah, that like I'm gonna schmooze up and win over this notorious serial killer that the general public all knows about. And maybe then as spouse I can get like rights to their book deal or a movie or something.
Weird.
I don't think any of those have ever paid off.
Yeah.
Another example is called The Perfect Boyfriend, which is really interesting. It's basically like the woman, she knows where he is at all times. She knows that he's thinking about her. And she also knows that someone loves her. Like she feels like she's loved by this serial killer, but at the same time, she doesn't actually have to do any of the real relationship work of like, you don't have this
Right.
boyfriend in your house that you're like is making a mess or whatever. And so it's like, oh yeah, you're essentially just kind of having a pen pal romance. And yet these women get enough to feel like I love him.
Oh, I
and
could totally see that one.
I don't have to worry where he's at.
Right?
Do you guys ever see that Seinfeld episode where George dates that chick
Yes.
that's in prison?
One of these videos
No.
I was watching on actually played that clip where he's like, "It's
Really?
great. You always know where
Yeah.
she's at."
Yeah, she doesn't know where she's at. Like, it just show up. There's no unscheduled visit. She doesn't just pop in and stuff.
Yes,
Like, it's
yeah.
fucking
No
funny.
pop in.
I
Yeah.
feel like I've been robbed of that because I don't want to learn about U.S. culture.
Oh man. Yeah, if you want to learn about us white culture, watch Seinfeld.
I'm not a
And
Jew. That's not my fault.
another reason is some people they think it's basically a form of extreme fanaticism, where like these are women who mostly women who are insecure people who cannot find love in a normal way, or they're also love avoidant females who seek romantic relationships that actually can never be consummated. which could be kind of like akin to the perfect boyfriend, where it's like, it's perfect boyfriend. Like, I know he's in love with me and thinking about me. I know where he's at, but like, I actually don't have to fuck him.
Or really commit.
Yeah, like,
Right.
Yeah, right.
yeah, it's not like a full committal, but at the same time, like, these women still, like, it's what they need. And so many of these different reasons that they've given, a lot of these women are women who are victims of abuse, had abusive relationships prior, whether like physical and sexual abuse.
Well, they probably just need like one letter back, and that's enough. You know, like
Right.
Well, maybe for some.
to validate, you know, what this thing is. Like if
They're hooked.
right.
But also think too, like just think how many prison groupies you could have as a notorious serial killer, because you get all the time in the world to write back to
Right.
them, and like you could be letter dating.
So
like,
there's
with a
a-
dozen
I'm
women.
assuming they put money in his commissary too and shit. You
Oh, I
know?
bet.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them. The other is like the classic riskiness of dating a bad boy. And based on that, they think, like anyone trying to explain like the allure women have for a bad boy, even when these women know that these men, let's not say serial killers, but let's say it's like, oh yeah, I'm dating this guy who's like a, user dealer who has no job, but whatever like I'm attracted to this bad boy. The evolutionary biology kind of like theory is that risky men exude a form of masculinity that women will see as like, well, he could take care of me and protect my young and blah blah blah, even though like modern women all know that like this person's a terrible person.
Right.
Bro, you use the term risky, but I'm like risky in like making bad trades, or risky in like robbing a bank, are two different things.
Well, exactly. And that's the thing. I think we're talking more bad boy about like robbing banks or like petty criminals.
Well, yeah, and we're not just talking about, we're kind of talking about serial killers
well,
here too,
the broad
right?
respect, yeah. So like you're taking, the general like attraction for bad boys is usually people who are like petty criminals, not serial killers. But
Yeah.
that same bad boy attraction can also be used for why some of these women are attracted to serial killers.
Sure. Well, there is kind
Oh,
of a
fucking Bonnie and Clyde, bro.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, and you kind of have a known quantity with the bad boy because they are locked up, and if they're locked up for life, so you still have like the bad boy, but they're not going to actually fuck your life
Right.
Like they're not going to actually murder you.
Right.
Yeah, no shit. You won't end up in prison also.
up. Right.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like the evolutionary biology theory of like, well, that like risky masculinity could protect me and my children, but it's like, yeah, it could also kill you and your
Yeah,
children.
definitely.
If you actually like, if he got out and was like, hey, I got out on parole, like I'm moving in. Oh fuck.
Well, that's what happened in that Seinfeld episode. She escaped, and George was like, "I can't take it," and he turned her in and shit.
Oh, really? He snitched on
Yeah.
his goddamn.
Oh,
man.
George would be a snitch whenever it's to his advantage. That's his character. But so they consider kind of two types of hybristophilia. There's passive and aggressive. Passive is more of these women who like just write letters. They themselves have no desire to participate in any criminal activity, but they're still attracted to these killers. And they're usually those types too who think like, I can change him, or like, I do believe he's innocent. There's aggressive type who are individuals who actually actively help criminals to commit crime. So, and I think too is like the hybristophilia itself is not necessarily exclusive to serial killers. Like it can be like, I am attracted to people who commit crimes. And that some of these women, like they've actively helped in the crimes in the sense that they've helped luring victims, some help hiding bodies, covering crimes up, or committing crimes for them. And often they, as like the, organizing female, does most of the planning.
Do you remember a few, maybe it was a year and a half ago, that prison guard, that female prison guard, helped that guy escape. He was a murderer.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I just did a movie about
they
that.
They went on the run for fucking.
He
like, a
kind of
month or some
swooned
shit.
her and like banging her in the prison and stuff. Over the,
there's been a few of those.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
that's how he got her to
She
help.
got out, and then they fucking got it. Like she had it all planned. She had a car like set up and shit, and she fucking got him out, and they took off, and like it ended up where like it was like a murder suicide. Like he killed her and then fucking tried to drive off, and then he got caught and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, well, stop fucking criminal shit.
Right?
Fuck.
Like,
I mean,
this is what happens when you fuck around and find out with a fucking killer.
Look, I love my wife. If she does something, like we've got the money to go to a non-expedition country. It's gonna suck for my son, but other than that, I mean, yeah, you gotta be smart.
Okay, then.
Read our report
That's-
on the
That's
read our
subtext
report on the
real
road.
quick. So the Hybristophiles are often insecure, low self-esteem, and victims of physical sexual abuse. But also there are examples of women who fall in love with these criminals, who they themselves, when interviewed, like were not victims of abuse at all. But they actually think they are the type, they want to sublimate their own violent tendencies by collaborating with a perpetrator of violence. So there's some crazy fans out there. And examples of notable examples would be like Ted Bundy. He had like women packing his court hearings. Jeffrey Dahmer, where women were sending him letters and gifts, even though like everyone knew he was gay.
Right.
Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, he actually married a fan of his, Doreen Leoy, and then in like 2009 actually, she found out that DNA linked him to the rape and murder of a 9-year-old, and then she's like, okay, that's enough, I'm out.
Wow.
It's like, really?
What?
At this
That's
point,
the line, huh?
that's the line, huh? It's like, oh, no, you raped and murdered a 9-year-old. Like, after all the irrefutable evidence of his crimes.
When you said that that women sent Jeffrey Dahmer shit even though he was gay, the first thing that popped in my mind was like some chick writing him a letter like, girl, he gay. Yeah, but he might have ate me. He ain't eat this pussy yet. Like, I'm a chase.
Yeah. Charles Manson. He actually, so I mean, he had his groupies even before the fucking murders.
Oh, yeah, did
he
women
had his
commit-
groupies
right,
do
His
the
group-
murders.
groupies did the murder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the murders, right? Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember this story, because I was thinking like, damn, this was a decade ago. In 2013, he got engaged to Afton Elaine Burton, like some chick in her 20s, I think. But then he ended up canceling the wedding because he found out that her and probably her real boyfriend on the outside were planning to use his body as a tourist attraction.
What?
I did hear about that actually.
She spent 9 years. 9 years she came in to visit him and corresponded with him. Like, she
Damn.
put all this time in on like winning Charles Manson over to where they said he actually like filed for like a marriage certificate, but it ended up like being it expired because no ceremony happened because he found out she was going to use his body as a tourist attraction. And
That's
yeah,
fucked up.
Even your tourist attraction, like people can come and look at it.
I don't know.
and be on a
That's
ride
the
or
thing too.
something.
It's like she was probably, like
They
her
were
and her
gonna
real
kill
boyfriend were
him,
meth
or-
heads. I don't know. Like, were they gonna put him
Like,
in
after
a
he
glass
died.
coffin? Like,
Right,
is it Stalin that they have?
Walk by and look at him like the Pope
Yeah,
and shit. He was down there.
They have
Or
in like
Lenin. Is it Lenin or
or
Stalin?
Lenin in the hermetically sealed.
Yeah, I
Cool.
think it's
Yeah.
Lennon.
See, the Pope's the same way. The Vatican, they have the popes fucking encased in wax and shit, so their face, they all look the same.
That's fucking weird
Oh.
as shit.
It's fucking weird to walk by all those fucking dead guys. Yeah, it
What
is.
the fuck?
It
That's
is.
super fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually get to see him?
Oh yeah. But
Damn.
they're encased in like.
Fat Teddy's like,
that's
oh
so-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You get to
You can see him. You can't take pictures of him.
can't get that shit out of my head.
Also, like, a lot of time we don't think about because we think like serial killers, but this happens also with fucking people in Hamas, like terrorist types, where like
Oh,
Ted,
yeah.
Ted
yeah, I've
Kaczynski,
heard about that shit.
Timothy McVeigh,
Yeah.
Anders Bering Breivik. That was, I think, that dude who like went on that island, and killed like 45 like kids at that camp. And was it New Zealand? No, not New Zealand. Denmark.
Denmark, I think.
So yeah, even like the Parkland shooter, of course Columbine, even though they're dead.
I was gonna say, didn't they die?
Oh yeah, they're dead. That's the thing too, is like there are I like went down some rabbit holes too, where there was this one chick who was Discord. Like she was on this Discord chat group where it was kind of like all these people who fantasized about serial killers and mass shooters, and there's like a whole line of chats where they're talking about like which one they'd want to fuck, who they want to have a baby with and shit like that. And
it's fucking weird
anyways,
as
this
fuck.
one chick got so down the rabbit hole where she like essentially got caught. She got herself enough attention to where the FBI sent an undercover informant to convince her to buy like 2 pounds of black powder and to provide to some guy who was like saying he was going to do this terrorist attack, but he needed some help. Like the FBI like went into this Discord thread because like a lot of like crazy shit was being said. And her and her boyfriend like provided this black powder so they could then get the search warrant, and they found like there was no concrete plan per se, even though they had talked about how they daydreamed about like doing a mass shooting and shit. And they also had weapons. Like they had enough shit on them that she just fucked herself.
Not even daydream about
shit.
And then out a window in a cloud, and like, you know what? I want to kill a bunch of people.
So that's one where it's like she wasn't really like directly corresponding with any particular killer per se, but they like it's kind of a side thing of like these people who are on that passive side more, where they're just talking about like daydreaming about.
It's a fucking weird group.
School shooters and well, that's the thing too. It's like I'm glad I never Discord. Anyways, a notable one I found too is this woman called Veronica Compton. This is back in 1980. She wrote a letter to Kenneth Benacci, who's known as the Hillside Strangler, which I also then learned the Hillside Strangler was actually two people. It was like him and an older cousin that were like raping and strangling women.
That was in San Francisco, wasn't it?
I think somewhere out in California. I didn't make note of that, but she wrote him with a letter basically saying she wanted to interview him to research a script she was writing about a female serial killer. And then like within months of corresponding with him, they were making a plan that she would go and murder a random woman in the same style as the Hillside Strangler to make it look like the Hillside Strangler was still out there and that this guy was innocent.
Right.
And like they just had all these crazy plans. Like one of their plans too was like she'd dress up as a nun. And the plan they ended up going with is she had used a pregnancy disguise. She pretended to be pregnant and wore a wig. And then she even, because the Hillside Strangler raped these women before murdering them, she brought some random dude's semen with her to plant on the victim.
Wow.
And
I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah, right. Like I'll just smear that on there.
Right. That's holy shit.
It's totally fucking stupid.
Holy fuck.
She went to a bar and met this young woman named Kim Breed, and lured her back to her motel room, where she then put a ligature around her neck and strangled her almost to death. Somehow she managed to escape. I mean, it very well could be too that, like, if you're a real killer, like, you ain't letting go till you know they're dead. Whereas, like, she's killing for this serial killer she fell in love with, and, like, maybe she thought, like, okay, I did it enough. Like, I can only imagine you're not the type to actually kill someone if you try to then kill someone. Like, I bet you there's a whole bunch, like, in her body. She's like, okay, I think I did it enough.
Right.
Yeah, once they stop struggling, that's when you quit. And like, you got to keep it going for
right?
Like 30,
exactly.
Minutes. Yeah.
That's what, like, I would hope
not that
this person's an amateur, and I'd be like, oh, I'm dead. And then as soon as they, like, walk away, run. Anyway, so yeah, this woman survived, escaped, and she got a life sentence with parole.
So the random semen that was just a dude that she hooked
they never
up
really
with?
said. They never said where she got that random semen. I'm assuming, yeah, she hooked up with some random dude.
Okay.
And then, like, imagine
black guy.
This is
1980. Black guy, you
$19.80.
would have heard about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
You did.
If it was Tyrone, we'd have known about it.
Yeah. So anyway, she got a life sentence, but she got parole. And then she corresponded with some professor who was 26 years her senior. And over a couple of years, like, they fell in love. So this is kind of like this is an example of a male hybristophilia. Like, even though he, as a professor, like, I think it's one of those, like, they met at some, he's doing a conference about female killers or something. I don't know. But he divorced his wife to marry this woman. Yep. And but apparently, at least according to the article I was reading, that, like, there was an initial, like, she went back to prison for a parole violation briefly because, like, they came in to check on her, and she was like, they said there's conflicting reports where she showed up to the door naked, and it sounds like more like maybe she showed up just in a fucking, like, nightgown or something. And there's also claims of, like, some pornographic imagery on the walls. Granted, this is, in the 80s. So, but so she went back briefly for a parole violation. But since then, yeah, I guess her and the old professor the old professor's probably dead by now. But yeah, they stayed together. So, anyways, that concludes True love. Yes.
My What's Sexy a while back was a show called Love After Lockup. It's on the WE channel, and it's about these people who correspond with people in prisons, male and female, to their respective prisons.
Kind of like a reality show, interviewing these people.
It was a reality show, and I'm not a big fan of reality shows because I don't think it's reality. But there's one episode where this girl, she gets out of prison, and her husband plans the wedding for that day, and it's in some fucking country bar, and he waits for like 6 hours. She doesn't show up. That's because she got out of prison, went to get her wedding dress and get everything ready, and then immediately went to try to buy crack, and it was like a sting operation. Got busted by the cops. So, like, when she immediately went back to prison. and like, he's there, she's in there, and I know this is the reality show part about it. She's on the opposite side of the glass in her fucking wedding dress, and he's in his tuxedo, like, just talking to each other and shit. But no, she'd be in orange, bro. But it's a fucking, but just like, some of the shit they did on that show, it was fucking crazy. But also the fact that you're gonna correspond with somebody in prison, try to get that love. It's very desperate, very kind of. I mean, that's like the desperate of the desperate right there.
Well, and also, like, these people, you also have to recognize that they, also have to, like, answer to their own families, especially if it becomes like a public thing where it's like, oh, so and so, like, is falling in love with this criminal. Didn't Stephen Avery, like, end up marrying some woman who was helping him on his case?
Fuck,
Remember Making a Murderer? That guy?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I want to say there was like, and who knows? Like maybe they're just that type where they're like, I'm sick of swiping on the apps. I'm going to find me a prisoner.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. I know he
Yeah,
didn't hang out
exactly.
this Friday
He
night.
ain't
You know
going
what I'm saying?
nowhere.
Unless he fucked Tyrone, nothing went wrong.
Yeah. All right. That was our main topic. Moving along to our what's sexy section. Let's see here. Our man Oracle ain't back yet, is he?
Nope.
I think he had an old man down under the bridge. He had to go suck off.
He's got father duties he's got to do.
We'll move to Mystic, Longlegs. Oh, I still haven't seen it.
Have you seen that movie, Ashtray?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I wanted to. I just like never got around to.
Is that the spider movie with the Asian like spider movie?
No.
Okay.
the serial killer movie with Nicolas Cage as the fucking serial killer. The thing is I it's my what's sexy because the filmmaking is really good. Like you could tell he's a big fan of The Silence of the Lambs, shit like that, psychological horror, and the static shots, he uses really long static shots which I think are cool, and they just builds anxiety and fucking tension. It is a good movie. Nicolas Cage, the reason I don't think it's an excellent movie is because Nicolas Cage is just hamming it up, dude. He plays the same fucking character and everything, and this is like so over the fucking top.
It's like Nicolas Cage at Turn Up to 11.
Yes.
I love Nicolas Cage because he plays the same character in every movie, just like fucking Kevin Hart, just like Ryan Reynolds, just like fucking The Rock.
Yeah.
Just like fucking,
the thing is, though, is Nicolas Cage isn't as good as Ryan Reynolds. Yes, he plays the same fucking character, but he is goddamn good at that character. Nicolas Cage, dude, it's like different varying levels of fucking the same mediocre shit. And I just don't understand why people are so into this guy.
Because he can play himself and be good.
I don't know. I've never gotten him.
Yeah, me neither. Luckily, he's only in the movie for about fucking 4 scenes total. So.
Well, that sucks. Like when you said it was like a movie where he's a serial killer, I kind of wanted to watch it, but now.
Yeah, it's like it's Silence of the Lambs in that vein, though. They're following him as a serial killer, but that's not the real story. The story is her. You have to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's not.
Yeah, check it out.
Word. Moving on to Oracle. Old Man Under the Bridge. Oh, wait, I mean Martha.
Yeah, decided to watch this tonight. It popped up. New documentary on Netflix about Martha Stewart.
Huh?
Didn't really know shit about Martha Stewart. You know, she was such a household name in the 90s, and this kind of goes from her origin. She was rich as fuck before she did any of that. Really? Yeah.
Come from a rich family sort of thing, or what?
So she worked, obviously a very smart person. She worked at fucking Wall Street, and she was an extremely...
No wonder she knew how to fucking
so she was a really successful broker, among other things. And so back in like the 80s, she was making like $250,000 a year, you know, and then there was the whole thing with her business in the 90s where that took off. She had a deal, I think it was with like Universal or something like that. And she ended up buying out the contract, so she owned it entirely. And then that's where things really took off. But she was also like a perfectionist, pretty big bitch. And she obviously,
she has that resting bitch face.
Yeah, she obviously pissed off the wrong people. Because they went after her for, I think it was like a $45,000 trade
insider
or whatever.
Trade. Yeah, insider trade.
Wasn't it insider trading?
Yeah, it was insider trading, and you know, it's just kind of like this ugly thing. But it's kind of interesting to see, kind kind of where she came from. As a young person in the 90s, she was fucking everywhere at that time. And to see how that all came to be. So I recommend it. It's on Netflix. I think it just came out. It's pretty good. I think it's just called Martha.
So, I kind of think she like her and Snoop helped each other.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Because they became friends. Did a little show and everything else. And like Snoop is everywhere.
What are the origins of that? Because like they obviously must have worked together on some.
Yeah. So actually,
that got them together, and then they actually they hit it off enough that they realized they're merging their two cultures.
Right. Well, they talk about that. So she was pretty irrelevant, had gotten out of prison, just a massive fall from grace, right? And she was asked to do the roast for Justin Bieber, who was also going.
Really?
Yeah. And that's where that came from. And they actually played it. And if you look it up or watch this documentary, she fucking says some savage fucking shit during that roast. And people were just like, holy fucking shit. And she was sitting next to Snoop, and Snoop was fucking smoking the entire time. So she's getting high, like secondhand high from Snoop.
And contact, bro.
Yeah, and they actually kind of had like a good chemistry, and that's where that came from. Okay. So
nice.
Yeah, it was kind of a cool thing. So yeah, a lot of things happen in her life. So
where did you watch that documentary at?
That's on Netflix.
Netflix, okay. Mystic, where did you watch that movie? That was your what sexy?
I bought it, or I rented it on Amazon. It's like $6, but I'm sure it'll be on some streaming service soon enough.
Word.
I wouldn't pay for it if I were you.
Yeah.
I liked it because the filmmaker, the director, is very, very good, and it was really good filmmaking, but. They should not have chose him for the fucking killer. I'm sorry. It's my opinion.
It's too bad. Too bad. All right. Moving along then to Teddy. Son starts big jobs.
So my son,
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
BJJ.
Yeah, my son started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We went, one of the guys who teaches the youth class works at my restaurant. He's a cook. He works only one day a week at my restaurant. And I want to get my son into some kind of self-defense thing.
The other sexy ass.
And Oracle and Ashtray have met my son. He's real soft-spoken. He's not very violent. He's not very come at you kind of thing. And like you have to learn how to defend yourself in some form or fashion.
Is he getting bullied?
He's not. He says he's not getting bullied. We talk after. He says he's not getting bullied. I believe he's not getting bullied. He did tell me he was getting bullied in like 3rd grade or something. But I taught him how to handle it. But my son was like, I don't want to punch him in the face. Don't be a pussy. Just hit him.
It's
Teddy,
still a good physical.
Teach him how to headbutt, man. That's all he needs.
That's all he needs.
Yeah, but he also has to be mystic sized.
You have to learn. Yeah, you have to be the right size. You have to learn what
Ashtray headbutts. He bounces off. Oh.
Right.
BJJ is a good one to get him into, though. If he's smaller, judo would be another one.
Yeah, he's a little bit smaller. Here, kids can start kindergarten at 5 years old. Most parents hold their kids back here till they're 6 to start kindergarten. I don't know why. The main reason I got
kindergarten, I thought 1st grade was fucking.
Sorry, first grade. Yes, 1st grade. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, wrong grade. 1st grade. The reason I get
how old is my son?
Is because of size, especially for sports down here with football and stuff. If they start at 6 instead of 5, they'll be a little bit bigger when they get to their sports.
So they're gonna be 19 dum-dums and fucking graduate high school.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go work at the Jiffy Lube, Paul.
Always that one kid,
right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
somebody's got to be a ditch digger.
He started. He didn't want to do it. When we went to go sign him up, after we signed him up, we got in the car and he started crying. I was like, "Why are you crying? You haven't done anything yet. Nobody grabbed you. Nobody punched you."
Right.
He's like, I don't want to. He's like, I don't want to do it. I was like, I don't care. You have to learn how to defend yourself because if you can't defend yourself, how can you defend the one you love and stuff? So I was like, look, you can either do this or I say, or I'll let you pick whatever self-defense class you want to do. I was like, but the other ones are like punchy, where they punch you in the face. I don't like getting hit in the face. I know you don't like getting hit in the face. So this is just grabby. He's like, I'd rather do grabby. Well, there you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Grabby.
Yeah, tell him. Think of it like it's play wrestling.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
I mean, in the practice, it's play wrestling, and you only have to real wrestle if some motherfucker is actually jumping you, but you will have that play wrestling experience where you'll automatically go what you need to know.
Yeah,
Dude, just show him some Royce Gracie fucking videos on YouTube. He'll fall in love with it.
Well, that's the thing. He's at a Gracie school, actually.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Yep.
He hasn't even had his first class yet, though, right?
He has had his first class. That's my.
I thought you said you just signed him
He had
up
his first fucking class.
Was he crying
Jesus
after
Christ.
the first class?
See what? No,
So
he was crying. But he was crying when we went to go sign him up.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Like
so
a
how'd
week
the first
before
class
his
go
first
then? Was he like, oh,
It went great. It went
There you
great.
go.
He loved it. I get to teach him how to tie a belt. It's awesome. He loves it. So.
Nice. All right.
And there also is a father-son class I get to take with him on Saturday mornings.
Oh.
And I don't have to pay for it. So.
Nice.
Right, you better make a Facebook reel about that. Moving along to Ashtray, Left Lane Cruiser. You guys ever heard of this band?
No.
Blues rock two-piece.
No.
They say like, imagine think of old fuck, why am I blanking on their names now? The gold on the ceiling and fuck, Ashtray.
Yeah, really helpful. Thanks.
This train just keeps rolling along.
Black Keys. Sorry, the Black Keys.
The Black Keys. Okay.
The band, the Black Keys. Think of the Black Keys. They kind of in their early days. Yeah. But
like
or at least they were
party
meth. Yeah, no, audio per se, but this is like just some real. They don't have very many music videos. Anyways,
Because they're too busy drinking.
coming from in your area, I said check them out. Went there with my lady, and
They're only a two-piece?
yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I like
This song called Big Mama. I think it's on the album Bring Your Ass to the Table.
Bring Your Ass to the Table.
Yeah.
That's a great title.
Yeah.
Great title.
Bring your ass to the table.
I don't know if I'd go to their concert, but I'd party with them.
Oh yeah. My girlfriend
They look like
actually
they know how to fucking.
knows them, I guess, kind of just on a first name basis. From like seeing them at different festivals and like giving them weed and shit like that. To where like she was talking with the drummer and he's like, yep, he's like, it's just beer and weed for now. You know, I'm getting myself off the hard shit. It's like, yeah, like I can only
Getting
imagine
myself off the hard shit.
running on meth to make it to the next gig.
Right.
Anyways, they are a fucking great live set. So, moving along, fuck what you think. Oracle, human-sized dump.
Human-sized dump.
You shat a human?
Yep. Woke up other day, go out into the kitchen, start my day, and there's a fucking human-sized fucking set of turds on the kitchen floor.
The fucking dog.
Yep.
Oh,
The fucking dog, man.
Fucking
You
dog.
gotta beat his ass, man. You gotta beat his ass.
You rub his
Wow.
nose in it?
You know, I brought her to it. I did not rub her nose in it. I was not happy, but I was restraining myself.
You gotta at least put her face and be like, bad dog, bad dog.
I mean, I think I was really fucking pissed off, but we did give her peanut butter for the first time, and I wonder if that had something to do with it.
Right.
Is that the
Could've
first
made
time
her
she's
move.
pooped in the house after you gave her the peanut butter? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta
Well,
go.
then,
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
that's on you.
That's my
Right.
fault.
That was a peanut butter. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
yeah. I mean, if it
Do you have a-
happens again, yeah, then she's fucking dead.
So-
But you know,
Do you have a does the dog have to? Do you have to let her out, or do you have a dog door?
yeah, we have to let her out.
Oh, there you go. No, get a dog door, bro.
I don't know.
Nice.
That
Is your
sounds
dog
like
door
a
one
lot
of those? Is like
fucking
collar
work.
activated or?
No, mine is like fence activated. So they don't. I haven't had. Well, she jumped the fence like a week ago. But other than that, I have not had any other incidents. They go out the back door. I lock off the upstairs, so they can't go upstairs. So they have the whole downstairs, the kitchen, the sunroom, and the living room, and the backyard. And that's what they have when we're not here out of town.
Right on. So the little doggy door on the back door doesn't.
Right, but
like,
the
lock
dog door
per se?
the door is locked. Yes.
Oh, it does. Okay. Unless they have
the main
their
door
collar.
the main door is locked, but the dog door is a little flap you can get
Sure,
through.
but some
like,
little
unless-
like crackhead
Yeah.
could climb in through
no,
there.
yeah, like a 6-year-old.
Fucking 6-year-old crackhead could just
Yeah.
climb in.
Yeah, but in my
Donald Trump
neighborhood,
says he's gonna deport those
in my
6-year-old
my
crackheads.
area, there's not gonna be a 6-year-old crackheads. I mean, I'm not really worried about that. And I have
6-year-old
cameras in the house.
MS-13 fucking crackhead.
But I have cameras in the house, so I don't have to, for insurance purposes. Look, he took that, took that. It went out the dog door. But you ain't getting my shot at the dog door, man. You good? I'm good.
That son of a bitch.
Well, yeah. So the joys of pet ownership.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Teddy,
Moving
that
along.
picture's for you in the chat. I just put it in there.
Oh, where's my phone at?
Those guys won't get it, but
They
you'll.
won't get it. Well, okay. Gotta find my phone.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
this is great.
sorry, keep
Great
going,
for the fucking.
going.
All right,
yeah.
moving along to Teddy.
Keep going.
His fuck what you think? Dipping your pen in the company ink. Oh
Dippity Pin in the
shit.
company. I've worked in restaurants for fucking 20.
That shit happens.
You guys ever seen it's an old movie called Waiting? It's Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds.
yeah.
In it.
Yeah,
I've worked
yeah.
at multiple restaurants exactly like that. I've seen everything. So, but so at this, I mean, at this age in restaurantism, where you have like the chick that goes around and fucks everybody, or the guy that goes and fucks everybody, or it gets kind of annoying.
You see these patterns repeat themselves.
right? I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm like,
You're
really?
a cliche.
I'm like, God damn it, you guys are like, I knew I was never those guys at their age. I always had. I was, but
Teddy
Had
was
to-
always respectable.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was.
He wasn't pulling
I
his
am
ball sack
fucking
out or
sure.
I was not.
Oh, the bat wing.
The
So
bat wing.
veiny.
So veiny. Oh yes. It's just more annoying to see it now. Like,
Well,
God,
it's just because you're getting older.
Yeah,
and
you're
just
old.
like, God, it's
yeah.
unavoidable.
I know why
that
it is. I
you
know
look at
it
this
is.
like
That's
I've been
why
there,
it
done
drives
that.
me
You're
fucking
fools.
crazy,
You're
man.
fucking fools. You're making a mess of your life.
Right.
This will
Yes,
not end
yes,
well.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Pretty soon we're not going to trust her to touch the pizzas.
Yeah, right.
You should've
Wash
lost
your
trust
hands,
a
bitch.
long time
Yeah.
ago.
I already has.
All right. So from restaurant cliches to Mystic, Linkin Park.
All right. I'm scrolling YouTube tonight. I see Linkin Park puts out a new video. I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck, dude. But I have to hear it because it's like a car crash, right? You have to like slow down and see what happens. So I play it, and it's just the usual 25-year-old rap rock bullshit with some chick singing. And dude, go away. Just fucking go away. You guys have to have made enough money making shitty music already in your career that you don't need to keep doing. Just go away. That's all I got to say.
I just saw the picture you sent in the.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny as fuck.
So good.
Holy shit! Yeah.
They don't even know what's coming.
I have no idea what's coming. Oh.
Right on.
Yep. Fuck Linkin Park.
So fuck Linkin Park. Fucked him a long time ago.
Hey man, the chick kind of hot.
I thought it was over. I thought Linkin Park was done when fucking dude offed himself. Like, what the fuck,
I thought it
man?
was too, and then they replaced it with this chick.
But also it could be too that the rest of the members are like, this is the only thing we make real money on, and we've got like shitty side jobs. Because
they don't have side. They're fucking multimillionaires at this point.
Maybe.
Linkin Park was
maybe
a
they
big
spent
enough
their
band.
money.
Well,
then go start a new band. Do you have to fucking do you have to be Linkin Park?
maybe they do have other bands too, but they know Linkin Park's gonna pull in the fucking cash cow. That's why they're like, let's keep fucking this pig.
Even more of a reason to fucking hate the cunts.
Yeah, they changed. They changed a lot after after the third album.
Only
They
ever
changed a
listened to the
lot.
first album.
Yeah, it changed a lot. If you listen to the first album, listen to like the fourth album, it's a lot different.
I remember the first time.
Is it even sadder? Like, oh, life's so terrible.
This guy showed me. This guy showed me that fucking song, the first single they had, and fucking. I was just like, dude, you think this is good? What the fuck's wrong with you? He's like, man, it's so good, man. Listen to that. Just that rhythm. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I'm done bitching about it. Move on.
Word.
They did do a collab with Jay-Z.
Oh, I know. That was a big
Good.
media circle jerk that I decided I was never going to listen to. Anyways, my fuck what you think is going to be old fucking Eric Hovde. Can't quit. You hear he's basically like he won't admit he was defeated.
Yeah.
I think really.
He's an idiot.
Well, yeah, not only is he an idiot,
guy?
but like, so Eric Hovde is a Republican who ran against Tammy Baldwin for her seat here in Wisconsin. And he lost.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I think he's just too dense to realize just how many people went in to the ballot, checked Trump, and they left the rest of the ballot blank.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that is how like there are a lot of people who it's like they don't vote down ballot or they don't give a shit like unless
they just probably don't even realize that there's more,
or they because also people. It's like especially when you vote in local elections some like sometimes they get in there and be like, I don't know fucking half of these names, like even half of them sometimes. And it's more of like, if you're paying attention or not. But there are a lot of people who just wanted to vote Trump. They didn't give a shit about whatever the rest of the referendums were and all that shit. They just left it blank. And that's how the state went for Trump. But Tammy Baldwin still won. And he just can't accept it.
Yeah, he keeps claiming there's like fucking, cheating going on and
because
shit.
There was a similar
yeah,
and that's the thing is like the people who think they're very political are also usually, whether it be Republican or Democratic, they're voting down ballot. And there are people who like they don't pay any attention other than every 4 years for the presidential race.
Yeah.
Other than that, they really don't give too much of shit. And that's why they just go in and vote for the one name they know. And there was an instance, I think it was when Trump won in 2016, where like Trump won and yet Tony Evers still like won his reelection. Like I want to say it was like, okay, the state voted for Republican president, but they also voted for the Democratic governor. And that may be another example that people are just voting for the president and they don't, it's all noise to the rest of it. So.
Yeah, I could see that.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. In all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Martha Stewart's pool boy. He missed a leaf.
Martha Stewart's pool boy.
His life is already tough enough, man.
Yeah,
right?
That's our show. We're going to be here mostly Thursdays, 10 p.m. Central. Make sure to join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/redeyereport. Elon Musk is in talks with us about maybe getting us back on X. He just has not given us a flamethrower yet.
Oracle's got to blow him first.
I want my flamethrower.
That's true. That's that old man. That's under
the
bridge.
old man under the bridge.
Yeah, because he can't just come out like, "Hey, I'm Elon Musk under this bridge." He's got to be incognito for these.
Right? He's like fucking Sherlock Holmes.
He can do that with his little girly jumps.
Sherlock Holmes.
Puffing on a pipe. All right. Like a sheriff, fuck us. We're down for whatever. I am the Ashtray.
I'm Oracle.
I missed it.
And I'm Teddy.
And this is the Red Eye Report.
Why'd you laugh at the deep voice, bro? I'm Teddy. How you doing, girls? White girls in particular. What's up, Snowflake? How you doing?
Teddy time.